Partner marketing trends for integrators and MSPs. I'm Joshua Feinberg from sphomerun, and in this video we're going to be talking about some key trends that both integrators and managed service providers, as well as the channel partner teams that are trying to work with integrators and MSPs, need to be paying attention to. But before we jump into all this, can I ask you to please take a moment and subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications so that you can be notified when new content just like this becomes available. Now, buyer preferences have changed dramatically, and these changes have accelerated during the pandemic lockdown. Regardless of whether you are on a channel partner team that works with integrators and MSPs, managed service providers, or you're part of an integrator, you're an owner or manager, you work at an integrator and MSP, there are some once-in-a-generation partner marketing trends and changes that are going on, and you can't afford to miss these. So what is behind all of this? What is actually going on? Well, there's been a big shift in power from seller to buyer. And this was going on gradually for a number of years, but it really accelerated during the pandemic. Today, technology buyers do tons of self-directed research on their own before they consider speaking with a salesperson from an integrator or a managed service provider. Prospects would much rather search Google, ask questions on social media, read reviews, download ebooks, watch videos, and attend webinars than talk with the human. I know it's crazy, but if you think about your own behaviors and how you go about making research and making purchase decisions in your own life, you may start to realize that you are following a similar pattern. There's a huge trend towards self-service, and it's part of being able to provide a world-class customer experience. Often as much as 60%, 70%, 80% of the buyer's journey is over before an integrator and MSP even knows about a sales opportunity. This shift in power away from integrators and into the hands of technology buyers requires a dramatic change in thinking and a pivot in your sales and marketing, your overall go-to-market strategy and playbooks. The integrators that are doing well with all of this have successfully moved out of the vendor box and repositioned their team, especially their sales team, to be seen as true subject matter experts and thought leaders in their niches. Now, the challenge with all of this is there definitely are differing agendas among these partner marketing trends. There's two audiences, the channel partner team and the integrator or MSP, and they're often at odds with each other. They may have competing agendas. The partner channel marketing leaders dole out funds. They dole out co-op and market development funds, MDFs, and they want integrators to heavily be marketing and selling their particular products. That's why they're providing the funding, and the funding always has a set of rules and guidelines that you need to conform with in order to be eligible for reimbursement. Now, the integrator and the MSP often feels that they have to spend those funds, like use it or lose it, but question whether or not the messaging is helping their own company or the vendor's channel reps more. The default messaging in co-op or MDF requirements is almost certainly commoditizing integrators, if that is the entire marketing playbook that they're using. Most CEOs, owners, and presidents of integrators and MSPs know that they need to build their own brand. They need to build their own company to differentiate. They need to get into publishing and promoting thought leadership and think about their competitive positioning, but this usually doesn't rank really high on the priority list, and they usually end up spending a lot of their time and energy just literally waving the flag for the manufacturers that they represent. And this is a big problem with what's going on in the world. So there's often a big disconnect between knowledge and action when it comes to deciding how an integrator or MSP goes about differentiating and building a brand and what they actually do. However, if you want to have the staying power to survive and thrive and build a moat around your company, your prospects and customers really need to fall in love with your content, and by extension your brand and your team, and that's what builds loyal customers, and that's what drives retention. There's also a power imbalance that's super important to be mindful of. Digital transformation makes it even more essential that channel partner teams have a better understanding of their channels, not just integrators and MSPs, but all the other secondary influencer channels that are now driving consideration of technology purchases. There's also a very much David and Goliath power dynamic that goes on at work here, as the manufacturers are often a huge order of magnitude larger than the integrators and MSPs they work with. Like, it's not uncommon for the manufacturers, for the vendor, to have revenue in the hundreds of millions or billions with thousands or tens of thousands of employees, and the integrator or the MSP has revenue in the 7 or 8 figure range and dozens or maybe sometimes a few hundred employees. So there's a very, very different power dynamic going on there. So my question for you is, what kind of partner marketing trends are you seeing that impact your team? Let me know if you're from a channel partner team or you're part of an integrator or an MSP. What trends are you seeing out there in the field, and how are you preparing for both the present day realities and what's coming next? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you're looking for some one-on-one assistance with figuring out how these partner marketing trends impact your business and how to get ready, feel free to look me up on LinkedIn, send me a note about what specifically you're looking for, and we may be able to help you. I'm Joshua Feinberg from sphomerun. I wish you great success in navigating these partner marketing trends and setting your company up for many, many years of future growth. Hey there, it's Joshua Feinberg from sphomerun, and we are so glad that you stopped by to watch this video today. If you got good value from its content, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and ring the bell so that you can be notified when new videos just like this become available. Hope you're having a great day, and we wish you great success.